1856, Italy. Now Maria Rossi gave birth to a little girl in the darkness of the consecrated basement of her convent. Ashamed of her sin, the young religious woman hid her child's existence, and she grew up in a dark and dusty room. Left to herself, the little girl had, for only company, the voices inside her head, which whispered comforting words to her ears. They were her only friends. They were always there for her, unlike her mother, who never stayed so long to her side, but only enough to bring her the food and the water she needed to stay alive. The voices were so important that sometimes they took possession of the child's body. The spirits of trance particularly worried Maria, who saw in them the devil's doing. However, the voices couldn't stand the attention the child gave to her mother. Wanting to keep her exclusive friendship, they began to tell her to get rid of the woman. Between her lifelong friends and her practically non-existent mother, the choice was easy. So, in the black darkness of the night, the little girl, in trance, managed to escape from the basement. Armed with a crucifix, she killed the person who gave her life. The other nuns woke up, discovering the child towering over the bloody corpse of Maria. Convinced she was possessed by a demonic force, they gave her the name of Lilith. The nuns alarmed the authorities, who sent the little girl to the Psychiatric Institute of Tutswell. Many times, Lilith tried to make friends with other people, but every time, the voices wouldn't let it happen, leading her to murder her newfound friends. Feeling guilty for trying to betray the holy beings who had always been there for her, Lilith inflicted herself many punishments. The young girl, judged particularly dangerous for others and herself, was one of the first people to receive the miracle injection. The underdeveloped cure didn't have the expected effect. Instead of getting rid of the demons in her head, they got full control of her body. The child was not herself anymore. Lilith arose from her ashes.
So stupid. Look at you. Stupid. Poison the car. Jump now. Jump in front of the car. Go on. Do it. No, don't. You can't. So stupid. Look at you. Stupid.
Veuillez accueillir l'équipe composée de Laurianne Gruslin, Virginia Legaluppi, Alexandrine Leroux, Sandrine Pelletier et, dans le rôle de Lilith, Béatrice Cantin.
So,
Yeah.
so you're the story.
Yes.
You want to go first, Eric?
Sure.
Go.
Yeah. Hi, girls. Hi. Nice job. Yeah, real nice job. So, can someone tell me exactly how the responsibilities were broken up amongst the team? Yeah. Who did what, I guess?
Like everybody at the beginning when we started everything, and before we did the video, we all planned what we will do, and of course it's changed.
Of course.
The road, yeah,
yes,
of course.
As it does.
Yeah, but I think we all did everything in team. We took decisions in teams,
Yeah.
and everything we did, everybody was right, and everybody knows what we do.
Right.
So I think that all the pieces, I did some sculpting, some girls did some molding and
Yeah.
everything, but I think everybody did everything together.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I I was looking at how all the teams were working throughout the week, and I noticed that this team did a fantastic job actually working together and making the responsibility of the character an even task. So I applaud you guys for that. So on the more technical and creative aspect of things, I absolutely love the hands. Obviously, I think that's kind of like the main draw of this entire character, is that clearly her hands are tied, so where the heck are these coming from? And I love the color palette, obviously the transition from white into her face, and that these are actually white as well, so that's kind of like the demon taking over her from the bottom up, which is really, really interesting and really poetic in a lot of ways. I love the burnt crucifix. I don't know if the audience can see that, but she has a burnt crucifix scar right here, which is pretty wicked. I'm actually really surprised how dark this character is. I think that's one thing that should be said about her. Yeah, I don't know why either. Can somebody tell me whose idea was it to go so dark with it? Was that everybody? This one? The one that killed her mom with a crucifix? That's the one who decided? Okay, cool. It's really fabulous idea. And obviously, you know, the story that was presented to us on the stage, I feel like, is very much the story that's presented in the character, and that's an extremely important thing to do in this competition, is just make the story come through in the character. You have to see the story take place on the canvas, and yeah, I think y'all were very successful in that. So I want to give you a big applause, because I think that's amazing.
Very good. Yeah,
it's a very simple but a very stunning look. So that's what I think about it. I think I'm going to take a step back now and let RJ take over. I want to hear your thoughts on this.
You creepy. What possessed you to want to go with the black around the eyes, the dripping into? Where is that coming from? What is the drip for? What is that?
It's mainly to make her eyes stand out more, because after the injection, she had no control over herself anymore. So the white eyes represent the fact that she's not there anymore. So the black is just to make them stand out more.
And I noticed there's a little face on the leg, right? And how many demons are coming out? Do you have any idea how many demons there are?
Number,
but there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Okay, there's a lot of demons.
Because she has a lot of friends, you know.
Oh, actually, okay. I didn't get that part. That's awesome. I'm glad it was explained.
I think that the ankles are kind of cool.
That's
too.
A great detail.
And that's a little detail that's really cool. I don't know if you can see that, but not only does she have shackles on, I thought that was a very ingenious way to create the shackles, which is the a pipe lock that you put over a hose, and then, but you've also got the wounds on the ankles where they've been wearing into her skin. That makes me hurt. So yeah, that's really cool. I like that part of it, and the fact that you've got the costuming and everything down really looks awesome. Didn't you not tell us earlier on, and they might think this is kind of cool? That's a real straitjacket, right? Yeah, that's a real straitjacket.
C'est une vraie veste de Dazel, finalement. Oui, c'est une vraie. C'est qui a ça dans vos familles? Béatrice, ça va bien, hein?
And I think the other thing worth noting is your color palette is really uniform, too. You're not overusing a ridiculous amount of color in the thing, and I think that that's really cool, and that you do actually repeat colors throughout, and that's really important too. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the way this turned out.
As am I. Very good job, girls.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Je traduis rapidement. Les gars ont adoré un peu le traitement de la couleur, les visages qui ont été incrustés, les petits détails qui font que le personnage est très complet, jusqu'aux justement les bracelets aux chevilles qui ont été faits avec des collets de tuyaux. C'est très, très créatif. Béatrice, elle rit pas. Ça me fait peur. C'est pas cool. D'habitude, tu ris toujours. Et dans le fond, c'est plein de petits détails qui font que le personnage est complet. Aussi, le fait que la couleur est discrète, mais toujours est bien répétée à travers le personnage. Ils n'en ont pas mis trop, juste assez. une belle balance. Finalement, très, très, très beau travail. Félicitations.
The contacts are great. Yeah.
Faut y aller.
Yay!
Well done, ladies.